Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another episode of Medieval Dynasty. Now available on Steam from RenderCube Games and Toplets Productions. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Hello, Autumn. Our XO is here. Hooray and huzzah. Are you feeling better? Hope you're feeling better. And Nightbot may not be awake yet, so you might have to give him a minute to wake himself up. Anyway, up, there it is. Hooray. Well, Nightbot's awake. Very good. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Hope you're feeling better. Hope everyone's staying warm. We finally have thawed out here in Dallas. It's almost 50 degrees. That'd be Fahrenheit for us people that have gone to the moon. Long time no see. Yes, it is. I hope you're doing well. Starting a new job. We're 2 weeks in. I'm officially going out into the field on Monday, so I'm excited about that. And we are ready to rumble. Hopefully we're going to have some new folks here that came over. Let me just take a quick gander at this real quick. Gwen the Shield Maiden, Gwen the Shield Maiden, the Shield Maker, Shield Warrior, Shield Stomper. Gwen was just lovely enough to show in the other night and raid us with some of her peeps, and that made for the biggest deal of biggest number of viewers I've ever had, which was really super cool. So thanks, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. All right, let's get through there. So hopefully maybe we'll see a couple of them check in, and we're doing a matinee, so our friends across the pond will hopefully say howdy, and we'll rock and roll with that. So don't want the thumbnail to be misleading, but if you remember the end of the last episode, we were up by the northern deal on the map. We were up yonder, and there was a play going on at these ruins up here, and then we found a bandit camp right over here. Took out a couple of guys. There was an abandoned camp here and a guy in a cage, and I think there's maybe a quest related, or he's just a weirdo and he's waiting for his woman to come unlock him. Anyway, so it's getting late on day 3, so I headed down to the coastline, and I just wanted to try to get eyeballs on this fishing deal across the way here, over there. But also we want to get over there, and to get over there, we got to get by these knucklehead fur-coated razor blades. I hear him. I don't see him. There he comes. Fix that problem. Oh, there you are. Where's your buddy? Where's your buddy? Is your buddy around? We're going to take a chance here. If we get attacked, we right click and get on weapon, and then we're going to go to swords. I didn't want to engage, but they put me in a situation where I had to. So, anyway, we're going to head over here and just check and see if there's some... Wait, was there stuff there? There was stuff there. What about them apples? I almost ran by stuff. What the hell was I thinking? Hello, dear. What do we want here? Do we want one of these? We might as well. It's Judas H. Priest. Let's go ahead and we'll get the mail here in a second. We'll recover the round on the way. All right, dude, lift your head up for me. Thank you. Please drive through. All right, so this episode, we got some things to do. We have gone and built the resource storage building down at our new build site for where we're going to relocate the village to. And, yeah, unimaginable. Inconceivable, I think is the word you're looking for. Down here, we built a resource storage building. So this is step 1 of relocating your village, is find a place. Well, first thing is to get the logistics set up and establish a village. It ain't got to be fancy. It ain't got to be cool. It's just make it convenient for you. All right. on the Oxbow, this is a great place right here, right on the southeast corner of Piastovia. You got access to tons of resources. Get things up and going. Get people making, bringing in logs, most importantly. Second, find a place you want to build your village. All right? And we know we want to build in this nice little tranquil valley down here. We have eradicated the immediate threats of a wolf spawn here and another one here. What do you mean you eradicate them, A-Train? There would be a wolf spawn here and here. We killed them, and then we dropped down one section of path to prevent them from respawning. Okay? So that's, you might eliminate. Now notice we got Wizzent nearby, but guess what? Conveniently, the edge of the water here and this path section here is our line of demarcation, as is this curved path here relative to this deer spawn. If you build anything within 75 meters of a animal spawn, the next season the animal spawn will be gone. If you remove said item, the next season the spawn will return. Okay, the spawns are static. They don't move, which I think is something that would be kind of cool. Excuse me. But so what we did was we went down and laid out some paths. We very carefully measured our distance. So if you're on this edge, the western edge of this path, you're basically about 78 meters from this spawn. And we've got a hunting lodge that's going to go here, maybe? I may move it over here. All right, one of these spots. And so those people will just be able to walk up here and farm, harvest deer. That's what it's called, the harvesting. And then they could go after the Wizzent next, which would be interesting to see. They may even go up after the rabbits and after the wolves. But, yeah, so basically the edge of the water here, this path separates us. And then, so we could build something right here behind these houses. We just can't get it into the water area, which is duh, right? But that keeps us just over 75 meters from this Wizzent spawn. So we'll be able to harvest that each season. And then there's another one over here, which we've had trouble with because there's like 4 of them. Ugh. Not so fun. So find you a new location, kind of start plotting stuff out. We have dropped down ghost images or foundations for some houses, put some pathing in, and we've built a resource. So that's kind of step 2 is find your spot where you want to build and come up with a basic plan of what you want to build and where. All right. Now, the nice thing about this valley, we did lose a moose spawn that was kind of right in here, but that's okay. And my plan is to put, like, as you start going up the slopes, we'll put farm fields on the slopes. All right. We just want to make sure we stay away from this deer spawn and this Wizzent spawn. And then this one's way over here, so we're not too fussed about it. I don't care about the rabbit spawn so much. Big deal. We don't hunt rabbit. I mean, our people could, but I'm not fussed about it. So I'm kind of looking at doing production right in here. And then farming up on the slopes. And we'll do orchards as well. All right. So that's the plan. So basically right now we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, like 10 houses. These are just ghost images. All right. It's just the foundation. We haven't built it. We've just said, boink, let's put a house here. Right. And tried to figure out, what we wanted to do as far as the layout goes. And then beyond this, we'll see. All right. So that's kind of where we left that. All right. So that's step 3 is you prep the area. Step 2 is prep the area. Find it, prep it. Step 3 is build you a resource storage building because then you got access to all your building supplies. And this area is devoid of trees, actually. This valley is pretty. There's a few birch trees. It is not a good place to build, which, again, is why I recommend this area here because you got tons of maple trees up in here to work with. Okay? Now, if you're new to the channel and new to the game and want some range time to learn how to shoot, please let me know because we have A-Train range right here where we can set you up with any of the range weapons, bow, recurve bow, longbow, wood crossbow, iron crossbow, and we will teach you and you can practice, all right, on our time, not on your time, all right? You don't have to waste time on your village, on your map. You come over here, we'll do multiplayer, boom, boom. You get some range time. Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing wrong. We've got the static targets set up that the the game provides and the hunting decorations, and they actually score you based on accuracy and range. And then we've got the silhouette targets that look like bandits. 20 meter, 30 meter, 40 meter, 45, and 50 meter positions. Okay. Why is that relevant? Because past 40 meters, bandits cannot detect you. All right. So if you're 45 meters or even 50 meters and can snipe someone, they're going to have no clue you were there. It's like ninja style. It's like dropping a JDAM from 20,000 feet from a B2 that nobody ever knew was there. It's awesome. So we got that going on. So that's so we're going to start working on relocating the village. Other steps to the process besides establishing a village, so you've got supplies, finding a new location and kind of plotting out how you want to lay it out, and then building a resource storage building. We're coming to the end of autumn. Now, this is going to be a bit of a sticky wicket, unfortunately. And this is here it is. Here's the reason why. Okay, this field is prepped and ready to plant. I will go ahead and plant it next season. This field is almost planted. This field, well, I'm sorry, it's fertilized. That's the issue. This field's almost fertilized. So it's probably going to be another year before we move, because that's a lot of fertilizer. I don't want to lose it. All right. But what we'll do is after we harvest these 3 fields, we'll probably replant one cabbage, or we may go ahead and have a new field set up at the new location. That will be, you know, hey, this is going to be cabbage. This is going to be, you know, flax and cabbage, and then just flax, right? 3 10x6 fields of flax will put you in the money, right? Our orchards, what we'll look to do is hold on to them. Since we're going to have to go back up there anyway, and we will do a couple of things. First off, we could do the field work if we wanted. If we build a farm shed down at the new location, all right, the farmers assigned to that farm shed will work the closest fields, and then they'll go further out. They'll walk halfway across the map. This is why they say it's inefficient, because you only farmers are only productive if you see them doing farm-related stuff, which is in the field, you know, hacking away with a hoe, you know, throwing down seed, throwing down fertilizer, or, you know, using a scythe or a sickle to harvest stuff. Okay. You see them doing their job. All right. And if they're walking halfway across the map, because you've got some fields up here at your old location and some fields at the new location, they'll take care of all the stuff at the new location, then they'll start walking. All right. Now, the easy solution to that is just turn them off, move them to a different job. All right. Or maybe leave one person behind at the old location. They'll work it, and then that works out. Or you do the stuff yourself. Excuse me. That way, it builds your farming skill. All right. Instead of theirs, we're at level 9, and we're heading towards level 10 anyway. So not a whole lot more for us to accomplish there. All right. So anyway, yeah. So we want to get the new location set up, and then let's see. And get moving that direction. The hell was that? Is that a bird? Jesus. All right, I think we already cleared this place. Pretty sure we cleared it. Now, there is an NPC. There's another plank. We're not going to jump in the water. Oh, well, there's some hops. Who cares? Huh. Now, several years down the road, you may well have some stuff respawn at these abandoned buildings, or bandits will spawn there. All right, now, the other aspect is we're We're over by Clonica, which is a maple tree rich environment. And on my other playthrough, where I'm doing multiplayer with a friend, there's a Wizened spawn up here. Where is it? There's a Wizened spawn up here. I built a... All right, so there's the piggy spawn. I haven't been up to where... There's a wolf spawn right up here. There's clay pits right here. Okay? And then Wizened spawns over here. What I did was took out the wolves, canceled them out, built a resource storage building up here. And that allows me to come up here, cut down trees in a maple tree rich environment, throw that stuff in resource storage. It's just like having one outside the cave, right? Handle that, and then come back over and Uber back over to, you know, where I want to be. I think that's a good strategy. A lot of people build in this island and what have you, and that's cool. Look at it. The poor rabbits didn't stand a chance. The foxes ate the rabbits before we even got here. That's pretty crazy. So we're going to actually truck it over this direction because I'm going to Uber back. Oh, there's a moose. Yep. Come on. Load, 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 load. Got him. Oh, there's a... Hello! Where's my other bolt? Is it on the ground? It is. All right. So, yeah, we're going to head down to the new location. We're going to start building houses because, in part, I have a plan. Oh, looky here. We got some stuffs, and this is kind of somewhat valuable. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Like it. Oh, she upset because I killed her boyfriend. Oh, hello. There's more stuff in the... Oh, hello. Nice. Boop, boop, boop. All right, anything else? All right. I want to get up here and get this Wizened spawn activated. Okay, there it is. And they are right... They are right there-ish. Storm Saga! There we go. There's the Wizened spawn. So yeah, so this is a good place to put you a resource storage building. It's a minute or so run from the Uber over here. And then you can just go cut down maple trees to your heart's extent. Just let that be your tree farm. Okay? I didn't cut like every one of them down. I left a few. But you can get tons of logs in short order. Hang on 2 seconds here. 2 seconds. Okay. Plus there's clay you can gather here. And just use the Uber to get back and forth from Piastovia or wherever the closest thing is. Now, as far as hunting this Wizened, what I did was I built a fenced-in area that they can't get through. And you can just stand there and plink at them. And if they get close enough, you can actually hack at them. And that way, you kill them, they don't kill you. That works out pretty good in my book. Yep. Oh, hello, big boys. Yeah, see? Oh, hey, look what we found. More coins and more linen fabric. Boy, that's a freaking hookup today. Wooden shovel. You can identify this from a distance because the handle's offset to the blade. See how the blade's to the right? If the handle is over the center of the blade, you know it's a metal shovel of some sort. I ain't messing with them. I ain't effing with you. But see all the... you got lots of maple trees up here around Clonica to work with. Now, there is the no build, no cut zone. Oh, you know what? I will mess with you. Yep, that's you. While I'm here. Nope, don't bother reloading. Just get in. Well, reload if you're in a threatened situation. Okay? Don't get dead, right? That's rule number 1. Oh, no, we are overweight. Overweight. I am feeling so fat right now. All right, let's get this one. Where's my bolt? It bounce off your knucklehead? Great. All right, we're going to scoot over here to Clonica. We're going to Uber back to Piastovia. And then get bit. Really? 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 Because why not? Really? You going to do this? Nope. We're not going to go for the passing shot. It's too easy to miss. And you may know this if you hunt. I don't hunt, but I know this. Yeah. That's a very effective one. I use the log fence. The key is you got to make it big enough for you to be able to stand away from the edge, because they can do some damage to you, even if you're just. I mean, if you're inside the fence, they can still hit you. You got to be back like a meter inside the fence. Defense. You use defense for defense, right? We haven't been up here this season. You know what? Well, let's go. Let's jog into town here. Why am I getting some lag here? Let's sell some crap, get light, and then let's go check the talent pool. Which is a Ciobora. Huh. Okay. You got some money, though. I can use some money. Oh, you know what? We'll hold on to that bronze kniffle. Don't need deer skulls. Don't care about dried meat. Fishing spear, that's 2.5 kilos we don't need. Firewood, we don't need that. Excuse me, iron axe we can use. Leather we can use. Linen fabric, mead bottles we don't need. Pear wine we don't use. Planks for the memories. Tons of meat, we'll hold on to that. We have the meats.
Want to see my work?
Nah, that's okay. You good. All right, look out, kid. Oh, can I get to the bridge before this dude? Excuse me, beep, beep, coming through. Move aside and let the man come through. Let the man come through. Boom, 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 boom.
There's
Beep, beep.
nothing like the crackling of the cozy fire
Let me put this down.
to make you forget you're sleeping.
All right, this dude here, Chicho Slaw, is a 12-point NPC. You should not accept anything less. This guy is a 1-2-1-3-2-3. All right, so let's look at this. What are the pros and the cons of this guy? Tier 1 skills. Hey, Batilda, hey, could you do me a favor? Have a Coke and a smile. Shut the hell up. Please? Thank you. All right, so Tier 1 skills are extraction, production, and farming. He's a 1 in extraction and farming. That doesn't make him very good. He's a 3 in production, which is terrific if we needed that, and he's a 3 in diplomacy, which you do not recruit for. Tier 2 skills are hunting, survival, and diplomacy. So this guy, 12-point NPC, but, well, A-Train, why did you just recruit him? Because, why do you sit on the toilet? Because you can flush the poo. All right? X, F. Goodbye. Now that seat's open for somebody better to come on next season. All right, this chick,
How do you do?
we're going to flush her too. We can't flirt with her because we're married. All right. Bradamula is our wife, our waifu. We got her farming right now. We will shift that. What's this? What's Casimira? I like Casimira's name, but Casimira sucks. She is a 12-point NPC. She's only got 1 3 on her resume. That's issue number 1. And it's in diplomacy, which you do not recruit for. So that's double whammy.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait. Here.
How is life treating you?
Don't stand in the fire, by the way. All right, but see what I'm saying here? She's a 1 in extraction. That's your primary tier 1 skill. You want people who are good in extraction, especially early game. Your first 2 or 3 recruits should be good in extraction so they can go work in the woodshed and just gather logs all day long. All right. So she's a 2 in production and she's 2 in farming. So she sucks at all the tier 1 skills. Then 2 in hunting, 2 in survival, and a 3 in diplomacy, which you do not recruit for. So she loser. Goodbye. What's your story there, Nidamira? Nidamira is a 13-point NPC. Now, she's a 3 in extraction, which is good. 2 in production, 1 in farming. That's correctable. Really? That's correctable. 2 in hunting, 2 in survival, 3 in diplomacy. Again, we don't recruit for diplomacy.
How are you?
Early game, you could take her. But right now, I do not need to. I think it'd be neat if these people grab some shit to pick up and take with them. That'd be kind of cool. All right. It's still kind of light out. So we're going to make the quick run up here and see if we can find some trouble. I'm talking about trouble. That starts with a T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Social chef. Howdy, howdy. Voice is very low again? Dang. Okay. I've got it cranked up. Let me think if there's something I could change in the settings here. Hold on. Because I got to go in OBS. I've got it where I'm actually pinging into the yellow. And so, man, proximity to the microphone. Maybe, let me see if I turn this up just a touch more, that gives me a little more output. I just don't want to, and sometimes, my voice goes up too much. I'm trying to not get too far into the yellow range because I don't want to clip. I have issues with clipping on the microphone here, and I don't want to do that. Clipping and tripping. We don't want to be clipping or tripping. Anybody, what are you watching on? Like on your phone? Anybody on PC? Anybody watching? Okay, I do not see any movement or any activity here. I do see this. So we'll take him out. Oh, there's his buddy. Oh, he had to jump his dead buddy too. Oops. On your phone. Indigo Star, howdy, howdy. Welcome aboard. How are you? Things are good. Started a new job. That's going to complicate my evening streaming during the weekdays. So if we do any, oh nice, coins. I'm glad it wasn't sticks because I didn't want to have to dispose of them. So there will, until further notice, be no evening streams during the week. I'm going to be, well, I take that lie back. I think we're starting work at a site Monday. I know Monday I should be able to do one. It depends on how long we work. Because we're starting at 8:30. I hear wolves. I feel like I hear wolves. Not that there's a wolf spawn up this way. So if there is, it's random. Yeah, screw it. All right, let's get out of here. So what my plan may be is weekday streams are going to shift to possibly morning, my time. So it'd be at like, but again, it depends on the schedule for work, right? Some of the work we're doing is at schools, and we wait until afternoon to go start work. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, they are going to be earlier they're going to be matinee streams for people across the pond. If I do stream, because if it's 9 a.m. here, it's 3 p.m. over there, right? Over in the UK, what have you. But it depends on what our workload is, okay? So we're going to be doing installations of stuff at schools. Now, Monday, we're going to be working outside the building. Therefore, we're working during school hours, right? But when we get to the point where we're, working inside the buildings, we will have to shift to after school hours. And so what we do then is go in at like 2 p.m. and work until like 10, midnight, something like that, right? When the kids are gone. So there's something to consider. So just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. And oh, I didn't know if you guys noticed. I upgraded from the iron battle axe to an elite sword for my primary weapon, melee weapon. Okay, cool. I say I think, but I don't know. Let's put that up, put this up, put this up. We don't need that. Put this up. These up. Do I not have a rye beer? Not doing any. There's iron bars. We don't have any iron. Oh, we do have iron ore. Never mind. We have tons of stuff. Tons of weapons and tools and stuff. Of course, we turned off that stacking feature. If you guys don't know how to do that, that was something that came out with 2.2, was remote storage access and then stacking, where basically it's like in this case, see these pickaxes are 4 different durability conditions. All right. They would stack in your inventory, but then there'd be a drop down menu to break them out. If you wanted to pick them up, it was a pain in the ass because you had to go through the step of dropping down and then dropping them individually. Right? Does that make sense? So the stacking thing just did nothing for me. So we turned that off. Now, if you want to know how to do that, that is not the droid I'm looking for. I'll show you how you turn these things off. These are the new features to the game. First off, the remote storage access is right here under gameplay settings, which is custom gameplay. Okay. So you click this on or off. It defaults on, and this can throw you for a loop if you're not paying attention. It's great if you're building and you're within 50 meters of your storage 1, and that's food or resource storage. If you're within 100 meters of storage 2 or 200 meters of storage 3. Okay. It allows you basically just to do whatever. If you're crafting a bunch of stuff or if you're building something and you can see the icon in the bottom right of your screen. Now that I've got it turned on, we'll just accept the changes. I'll show you what it looks like. All right. See how those icons just popped up on the bottom right? The 2 little storage building looking things. One of those is your food storage. One's your resource storage. That means I'm within range. So if I go to craft something, if I'm not paying attention, I can max out the crafting and all the materials are gone, just like that. Okay. And we've screwed up a couple of times and done that because I wasn't thinking about it. So, you got to be paying attention to it. So customize game. Now for building, it's really cool. All right. Because then you don't have to run back and forth for resources. Of course, if you're a little more into the realism of the game, you're not going to carry 50 logs in your pocket. You're not even going to carry 20 logs in your pocket. The game's not realistic to begin with. All right. And it'd be great if they did increase the realism to it. But for building, this is terrific. And it would be great if this were broken down into building and crafting, 2 different categories. Because building is real helpful, especially you got, fast building on. tunk, 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 tunk. You lay down the foundation. You don't have to worry about going and getting all the stuff. It's right there. Bada bing, bada boom. You build whatever. If you're crafting, the key is you've got to control the amount to make sure you're making exactly what you want. So if you go into storage and say you get 10 bronze bars and 10 sticks, right? And you've got 46 bronze bars and 300 sticks. And then you go to your smithy and you want to make 10 bronze knives. If you're not paying attention with remote storage access on, you'll make 46 bronze knives. It will max out to whatever amount you have between your person and storage. All right. Now, one other thing about this, let's just leave this on again so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go over here to the workshop. You know what? Now let's do the smithy. So let's say we want to make an armor set. I don't have any of that. So let's go iron armor. We got this. All right. Now see how it says iron bar times 6 and then leather times 1. So that's the recipe for 1. And then to the right in parentheses, it says 0 bag and then 4 trunk. All right. What this means is we have 0 on us and we have 4 in storage. That's within range to detect. Okay. And leather, we have 0 on us, but we have 310 in storage within range to detect. So that's what I'm saying. If you go and want to do bronze tools, bronze knife. Okay, look here. See? 1 stick and 1 bronze bar. Now, if I grabbed 10 sticks and 10 bronze bars with the intention to make just 10 of these, let me just walk you through this, okay? New people to the game won't know because they haven't done it. They don't care, right? If the flavor of new Coke is what it is, you know, as far as they're concerned. So we're going to grab, let's just say 5, right? And then we need to grab 5 sticks to make 5 bronze kniffles. Okay? All right. Now, the other thing is there may be some right here. Aha! There's the other bronze bars. Okay? So it's picking up all of this and all of that. Everything that's within the area. So if we come over here and we go to tools and go bronze tools now, look at what's come up on the screen. 1 stick, 1 bronze bar. We have 5 of each on us, but there's 339 sticks and 49 bronze bars in storage. Now, if we hit R, look what comes up. It defaults to the maximum amount available based on the materials within range. So if you're not paying attention and you do this the old school way, right, which would be this, right? You're going to hit REF. And next thing you know, you're making 54 bronze knives. Now, the only option you have at this point, because I'm going to screw it up intentionally to do it. Oh, shit, 54. Wait, what? Escape. And that bails you out of it. But you've got to do it before the animation's complete and the stuff is done. It doesn't do a partial build. It's all or nothing. So if you're on PC or whatever it is on your console, get to stop to get out of an action and you realize, it was at that point they realized they fucked up, right? Hit escape and it will stop. Otherwise, you hit R and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, this is not right. And this is why they needed to put in that, okay, 5, right? Now, so for sake of discussion, let's go back into customize game. That's how that works. Let's turn it off and accept changes. All right, now, E, tools. Now it's the old way. It's just what you got on your person. So if I hit R, it's enough for 5. E, F, boom. Now I could escape out of this, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to throw them in storage. Okay. So that's how remote storage access works with crafting. So you've got to be careful and not hose yourself. Does that make sense? All right. Let's pick these up and put these in here. We've got 5,000 storage. one thing I want to do, let's see how many logs we've got. 161, that's quite a bit. I want to upgrade. Do we have storage 3 unlocked yet? I don't know if we do. We do not. Okay, so we have resource storage 2. This, what we can do is, as soon as you build resource storage 1, okay, and you could build straight to resource storage 2. I built a 1 down there because I didn't want to waste the logs, right? You need logs for houses. And right now we only have enough for like 3 houses. And then we need a bunch of planks too. So actually, if we were going to do anything, a good idea may be to go back over to Klonica, like I said, or Klonitsa. That's what Sir J calls it. So that may be the correct pronunciation as far as the Poles are concerned. Klonica. Because, hey, little Texas, howdy, howdy. That's what habitual line crosser calls Poland. Little European Texas. Because they're like the rebels and the bad guys. The guys who just don't give a you-know-what about anything over there. We just want to make sure that we've got planks. See, we don't have a ton of planks either. For a simple small house, you need 24 planks to make the wood roof. And if you do the wood tile roof, which is the fancy one, the tier 3 roof, you need 48 per simple small house. Logs, you need about 60. So we don't have quite enough for 3. So we have a couple of options here. The other thing we could do, and the other thing we probably need to do, is this. We're about to go into winter. Have we upgraded? Woodshed 2, woodshed 2. Very good. Okay, so we have upgraded both of our woodsheds to level 2. That means we've got extra job positions here, right? So to up our log intake, let's look at our peeps and see who we could possibly move. Adelina is a 3. Chochimir is a 5. That's good. Ziggy's a minor. We've got her. What is she gathering again? We looked at this a minute ago. Excavation shed. She's gathering clay. When we build the new houses, we're going to need... Oh, we have like 1,000 clay, I think. We do. Guess what she's going to do? Because the game doesn't care. She ain't going to miscarry. So guess what? Ziggy, we're switching you over to woodshed. Go cut down trees and eat your lunch just like your old papa. Now, that woodshed is now got 2 workers in it. And it's a level 6 effectively. So now that's woodshed A, which is doing logs and planks. And now they're going to be bringing in 40 logs per day and turning 17 of those into planks. I don't like that number. What would be a better number? 8 per... actually, 12 per day would be enough for 1 house. Because this is the number of logs times 2 for planks. Right? Got that? So if you're producing here, like firewood, if you do 1 log here, that means you're making 4 firewood per day. Got it? If you do 1 log here, you're making 2 planks per day. Okay? So we're converting 17 logs into planks, which is 34 logs per, or 35 roughly planks per day. 35 is, you know what? If we went 36, that means every 2 days we would do 3 houses worth of planks. So what if we do this and do this? Or do that and do that? That's not bad. Now we're doing, in 2 days, we're doing 36 planks. Wait. No. That's 36 planks per day. Dum-dum. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. Right. So we need 24 per house. 36 times 2 is 72. 3 times 24 is 72. Boom. I can math. There it is. Okay. So there we go. That's how the math works. So now we're just down below 40. So we want to see if we can go find another person to help this this deal. What are you doing? What? Okay, craftsman. All right, I think I can move her too, because I think she's just making bowls and buckets, which is really the key thing you need to make at your workshop. Oh, we got 2 people in there. Hell. Oh wait, is Chochi Bad our other kick-ass? Who's our other kick-ass? Right there, Solarod. Solarod, you're cooking? Not anymore. Not anymore. We're moving your ass back over to cutting down trees and eating your lunch. Go get busy. Okay, because he's a 5 in extraction. Now, so now we go to Woodshed 2. Oh, wait. First off, let's go to the kitchen because now we took him out of there. So now we got to turn off the fact he's making... Oh, wait. Okay. Here's the easy... The slow way, because the devs will not put in a pause button because painting houses was more important. And stacking crap that they didn't think to put an on-off switch on to begin with. If you want to get rid of something like this, the easy way is to just remove the assignment, then go back to edit assignments, then make sure this is the right soup, which is meat, and then C. Boom. That's the quick way to do it. Instead of holding the button down, la dee 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 da dee da, la dee 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 dee, right? Okay, that's the quick way. If you got a bunch of crap that if they're making basically a little bit of everything, then trying to pause all that is just going to be a pain in the ass. But if it's like one item, if you just remove the assignment and then just kick over to edit assignments, add it back in, boom, 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 you're done. Right? Okay. Boom, boom. Let me hear you say way-o, way-o. All right, so back up to extraction, we go to Woodshed B. All right, so now we've got total of skill 10 in here. So now our firewood is going to be crazy because this is 32 logs per day for firewood, which is going to make 150 BTU per day, and I don't think we need that much. So what we need to do is check here. 327. Okay, how do we do the math on this, kids? Everybody know? Everybody remember? I'm not going to use the fancy phone because we don't need the fancy phone. We know how to do basic math, right? You take this number, you round up to the next 20. Unless you have a crap ton here and you want to burn some off, then you round down. So really, we could round down here, but we're getting ready for winter. I don't want to dink around with it. So let's round up to 340, right? Then divide that by 20, all right? 20 goes into 105 times, right? So 105, 210, 315, 40 is 2. So we need to be making 17 logs per day into firewood. 17. That's the magic number. So now we go in here, and then we go here. 32 is not 17. We can drop this down. Oop, we don't want to drop it down that far. We could go just under. Like this wouldn't kill us. All right. Because this is a daily thing. But look how many logs now we can pull in per day. We're at plus, what is that? 77 logs per day. Right? 77 and 16 is 93 ballpark. So that's how you kick. If you're going to move your village, which is our objective, you really need to be kicking your log production in the ass. All right? You need a lot of stones, but if you're gathering from a cave each season, you should have a bunch of stones, right? We just put 73 more in here. All of our new houses are going to be on ground level, so we need like 10 stone per. A-Train, how come you aren't building houses out of stone? Because the peasants at this era did not live in stone houses. All right? So we got that. Then we got planks. We got enough for like 3. Okay? Here's what we'll do. We will go over here because you are the most efficient villager you have. And now, again, full stop. Watch. Oh, no. I'm making 576 planks. Hit escape. If you have that remote storage access on, that's what's going to happen. If you go through that REF real quick, or whatever it is. It may be slower if you're playing on a console. But for us PC master race people, right, you just hit REF and you know you're making 11. But if you have remote storage access on, it would convert every last one of our logs into planks. Okay? So be aware of that. I would suggest just turning the damn thing off. All right, this sets us up. We should be able to build some of the houses. Now, here's the thing. Part of this experiment of not only moving the village, but building the houses and whatever, we're going to head down there too. So, I mean, it's probably 1 a.m. Yeah, it's going to be daylight in a couple hours. By the time we get down there, it's going to be getting daylight. I just want to make sure we got enough food for the day, and we do have a bread, and we have a plum tart. What I wanted to see is if we have a rye beer. You know, we do. Give me one. Why do you get rye beer, A-Train? Plus 30 kilogram weight limit. That's your best buff, unless you play with unlimited weight on, which we don't. Have a couple of henbane. You can chew on those. That's minus 10% alcohol each. Now, before we head down to the new location, I've mentioned this before. Two things I'm going to cover with you here. All right. We talked about this earlier. Building within 75 meters of an animal spawn will delete the animal spawn. Okay. There's deer spawn right up there. All right. If we look at the map. Oh, it's been okay. It's been hunted out by my hunters. In case you didn't know, your hunters will clear out an animal spawn. All right. So here's the deer spawn. All right. It's grayed out because it's been hunted out. They're white when they're not, when there's animals there, they're grayed out when they're dead. All right. So if you look where I am, I'm standing at the corner of this building. If I hit escape, see the map at the top there, the blue marker, that's your waypoint marker. 78 meters that way is that deer spawn, which means this building is just over 75 meters. 78 is a good number. 77, maybe. You got to start getting real careful. All right. But if you're more than 75 meters away from an animal spawn, then it will stay in place. We did the same thing down here at the river edge. We haven't built this hunter's lodge, and we won't at this point. But it's like 80 meters from this deer spawn. If you build within 75 meters, you better go just hunt them out, because the next season they're going to be gone. Don't let the resources go to waste. Does that make sense? All right, that's issue 1. Map F, let me turn that off. Issue 2. I talked about this in the intro. I talked about this in the notes and everything. If you need range weapon training or time, you want range time, welcome to A-Train Range. I'm going to put some light up here at some point. We have our lecture area here. We have every range weapon you want. Iron crossbow, wooden crossbow. We have recurve bows. We have standard bows. We have long bows. Okay? No highs, no lows, must be bows, right? So, and then we have our range over here. This is lecture, weapons. In our range, we have both the scored targets, which will tell you, they'll score you based on your accuracy and your range from the distance from the target. And then we have the dummy targets, okay? Each of these rails is, this one's at 20 meters. There's 2 stones over there to mark 20. Then 30 meters, okay? Now you're, except for wolves and bears, you're out of the detection range of most animals at 30 meters. You're out of detection range of Wizzent, I think, at 25. All right? And then you drop back to 40 meters. What's relevant about 40 meters? Nothing detects you at 40 meters, I think. Wolves and bears may, but bandits cannot detect you at 40 meters. So if you step up here, as long as you're 40 meters away, plink, dead. They don't know you're there. However, if 2 of them are sitting around a campfire and one of them jumps up and takes a couple steps your direction, they close the distance. Next thing you know, you're getting engaged. Therefore, you go back to 45 meters. Now you've bought yourself a little room to operate, okay? You whip out your thing. You say, there's cousin Carl sitting over there at the fire, all right? You know what? Let's see if we can do the shot here. Now, actually, we're going to do the scored shot, and we're going to look at the very top of it from 45 meters. A-Train, how do you get these ranges? One, I used the waypoint and then walked it off and then put down a stone. Okay. And then I tested it. And then based on what the ranging came up from the target, I adjusted the stone accordingly, and then I built a fence. So that's, if you want to set up your own range, that's how you do it. What I'm offering you here is I'll go into multiplayer mode. You can come on. If you want to learn how to shoot, come learn how to shoot. Don't waste your own weapons. Don't waste time on your village or anything like that. Okay? Come on here. It's free. And we'll teach you how to shoot. As soon as you get sufficiently, feeling good about your shooting with targets, of this nature, then we'll go hunting. Now, this deer spawn's wiped out for the season, but we got another one right here. It's actually a double deer spawn. It's not a triple. Typically, a deer spawn is a buck and 3 doe. And down here, there's at least 3 bucks, if not 4. All right? And then we can go hunt piggy. We can hunt wisent. We can hunt more deer, more piggy, more deer, wolves, and bears. All right? So we'll take you out and put you in the real world hunting situation so you can start learning how to... The key with hunting the animals, and even with hunting bandits, and with shooting in general, it's easier to hit a target that's coming straight at you or going straight away from you. If they're moving side to side, laterally, then you have to lead the target. So you have to learn how to lead a target and say, okay, I'm going to aim just in front of them, and boom, they run into the path of your projectile. Does that make sense? So here we're going to work stationary targets. Then here we'll work against targets that, either pose a threat or don't pose a threat. And then finally, your tier 3 training, if you are so interested. I have a game save. Where is it? Oxbow Camp 1. This is that big bandit camp that I found over on the east side of the map. It was way over here. And we took that sucker out. It's all right at the edge of the map because we got bounced back into the map a couple times. Yeah, I think it's like right here. It was like an 8-guy camp. So I saved right before I engaged it. So if you want training against bandits, strategy, tactics, and whatever, we'll get in multiplayer. We'll pull that camp, that save up, load you in, equip you, and I've got iron crossbows ready to go. I found like 3 iron crossbows in the camp. It was funny because I actually at that point am carrying 3 with me that I bought. And I don't know how I wound up way the hell over there. I think I was trying to get to the ruins over here, and then I was just trying to, unlock the animal spawn so we have the whole map unlocked. And needless to say, we found trouble. Okay? But then you'll get some active shooting time against something that shoots back. All right? So I'm in the interest of helping people learn how to play the game better. And hunting is the most critical skill in this game. Management comes with time and experience, and it changes a little bit. All right? So now, say this target right here. From this range, we're going to aim right here at the top edge of the target. I think it's right at the top, right there. Now, see this aiming reticle? See how it's in a W pattern? Okay. And there you go. That's how that works. Have I recruited? Oh, man, see, we were just a little high. Now, we may have missed a headshot, or we may have still connected on a headshot from that range. Have I recruited any special NPCs? Yes. Wait a minute. Who? It is the hunter, I think. Oh, no, that may be the other playthrough. Wait, hunter, dumb shit. I don't have him hunting right now, though, I think. No, poop. I think it was a hunter. I'm trying to remember which save it was. The guy's a former bandit. He was like right here over by the village. And maybe the other game save I have. I don't go looking for the special NPCs. I just watched a guide from Sir J. Walker, and I highly recommend you guys go check out his channel. Let me see here if you want to know where it is. I think this will do it. I think this will do it. There, it'll do. Okay. Yeah, Sir J. Walker does really good. He does. He takes the time to edit videos and stuff. And he just did one on where to find special NPCs on the Oxbow map. Locations, kind of how to get through their storyline and get them on board with you and whatever. Pros and cons, stuff like that. They are not quite the same as the special NPCs you'll find on the Valley map, which tend to be a 6 in their key. Like if you find Roland Martin is the fisherman. You find him down by Jezerica. Because your wife wants a special fish pie and she sends you on a quest. And so you find Roland and you recruit him. He's a 6 in survival and he's a 3 in everything else. Then if you find the chick who makes the crazy arrows and you get her on board, she's a 6 in production and a 3 in everything else. Okay? So there's a consistency there for those special NPCs on the Valley. They're 6 in their key skill and they're 3s in everything else. The NPCs on Oxbow are like a 5 in their key deal, and then a couple things they're 3s, and then other things they'll be like 2s. So they're not like Supermen, and then they're just excellent at the one thing, right? Because then effectively you can put them in any job and still have the benefit of a 3 in that job. Does that make sense? So anyway, so like there's that. Right? So now let's see if we can get a good, so we're 45 meters. We know the bandit will not be able to detect us. There's his head. We know we want to aim kind of about here. Nope. See how we were coming down on the W? The key is to make sure you're over his head at the peak. There, we're too low. That's going to be a chest shot. Okay. So that's going to be, that probably would be a kill shot. And then now the other thing is when you aim down sight with this, if you pull the trigger quick, the round will head down range before it starts going through that W deal, right? The bobbing and weaving deal. Okay. Let's go see what we got. Head or neck shot is going to be a kill shot. That first one. What's my name, chat? I think both these would have killed him. What's my name, chat? It's right there. That's how you do that. That's the service I'm offering you guys. If you're new to the game, if you want to know, learn how to hunt, learn how to get proficient with the range weapons, with the bows and what have you. Okay. That's what I'm looking to do, is help you guys out. All right. Poop. We are dirty. I do not want to be dirty. Thank you, Indigo. As usual, you come through where others do not. A Herald quest the next season. Happiness, your villagers go up by 10. Yes, for a good king. So yes, that's the key to Storm's note there. The operative word in that whole post that Storm just put in chat is good king. If you have a bad king and you complete a quest, your villager happiness will go down. Okay, so you got to pay attention. A-Train, how do you know you have a good or a bad king? Actually, the devs finally fixed this. Here's your king's name. Now, to date, it was the nickname that, actually, this may be my standing. I don't know if he's a very good king or I just am in very good stead with him, because I think I've done 2 of the Herald quests. But the name is the key. Now you can do a search on this, and hopefully it's been updated. You have good kings, you have neutral kings, you have bad kings. So like the terror or the stinky or the shithead, those are bad kings. This mostly gives it away. The strong may be actually a neutral king. So you want to do quests for a good king. You want to fail the quests intentionally for a bad king, which kind of screws you in the king's position. But like we're getting plus 5% happiness for our villagers because we did something for a good king. All right. So make sure if you're doing, Herald quests, one, always save before you start talking to the Herald. If you're looking to do quests from a villager, you see the exclamation points? Those are villagers with quests. Okay? Always save before you start talking to them. Because if it's at the end of the season, it's day 4. This is the end of our season. If this says, do this by the end of the day, and you got to go here, to go here, to go here, you're screwed. You're probably going to fail the quest. Don't fail the quest. Set yourself up for success. Save in advance. If you're like, oh, I've got a dozen widgets in storage. I just got to run back to the house, grab them, come back, boom, confetti. Done deal. I get 287 coins and a wet kiss or something, right? That's what you need to do. But on the Herald quests, you've got to make sure you save, really anybody, save before you do them, all right? I did this iron sword thing. Oh, I just got to wait for the next season. That's right. I got to wait for the next season. Where the hell am I? Oh, I know where I am. Like I got lost in my own village. What a dumbass. I was on the back side there. I should have an iron sword. Or did I sell it? That would have been stupid of me, but I might have sold it. That's okay. All right, we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, so let's cut the willy foo-foo stuff here. We got clean. Let's get hydrated. It's the last day of the season. As long as you're full up with food and water and clean at the beginning of the day, but you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. Okay? You'll be good to go. We got a little bit of food on us. We got this plum tart. Oh, we's are going to go ahead and eat that. It does more damage. Which means, shoot, we may have a little change of direction here. Because when the wind changed direction and the temple van took fire, the crowd caught a whiff of that crazy Casbah. Sereno like it. Rock the Casbah. Rock the Cas. Why are you changing direction, A-Train? Because our plum tart's going to go bad if we don't use it this season. Okay? I don't know if we cleared the caves this season either. We can find out by going here to Piastovia Cave. And since that's closer, let's go check. Wait a minute. I'll go check. Hello. What are you doing, dude?
How are you?
Good. You're at the hunting lodge. Cool. Oh, thank you for getting your ass back to work there, watchman. Supposed to be watching. He's standing around picking his nose. All right. So if we get over here, and I think actually we unlocked Smithy 3, did we not? I believe we did. I believe we did that last episode, right? Yes, we did. Ha ha! We do not have the mine. Do we have the mine unlocked yet? I think we do. Or is the mine coming up? The mine is not there. The mine is here. We have the mine unlocked. Well, what in the ass? Actually, we don't need a mine here. If we build a mine, it'll be at the lower, down by the waterfall. Okay, we're going to take a look. We're looking for dead animals in the cave there. Okay. Why are you looking for dead animals, A-Train? Because if there's dead animals, then there's wolves. All right. We have not cleared this cave. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. Since we're here, we might as well do it. Shoot. I do not really want to fart around with this, but whatever. Drop that. Boink. Drop that. Doink. Drop that. Bounce. Oh, it didn't bounce. Hooray. Dropped it on something. We need that. Drop that. Doink. And then drop this. Okay. That's a pretty good amount of stuff to have dropped now. That's our heavy stuff. We don't need the torch. We can drop that. Okay. So we've dropped all our heavy shit. So what we're going to do is just equip the pickaxe. We're going to consume the plum tart, which is our plus 110. We're going to wait on the rye beer. All right. Now we're going to sprint into the cave and we're going to do our usual clearance thing. Why did you do what you did, A-Train? Plus 110 damage, 2 whacks, it's done. Okay? We're not clearing any... we're not clearing salt because salt doesn't serve a purpose in the game except to make you a little bit of coin early game if you're desperate. And there's quicker, easier ways to deal with it. Okay? That's salt. Oops. Go here. Now, if you're familiar with the... now, notice we're already overweight. So now, we're going to drink the rye beer. We have a couple of options. We don't actually have to drink it yet. What we're going to do is take the 66 stone and drop it. That gets us back underweight. See, now we have 24 kilograms. Because anytime you break a deposit, you're going to get like 6 to 8 stones and then like 3 to 4 of whatever the ore is. All right. So, rye beer, we're going to consume this. That gives us plus 30 kilograms. Now, boom, boom. Each henbane is minus 10% alcohol. We just dropped it down to 10%. 10% doesn't matter. It's not enough of an effect to do anything. If you have 30%, it won't kill you. You'll stagger a little bit, but you can still focus really good. All right. But if you have henbane, that's the cheap way, as opposed to a potion of sobriety. Until the devs nerf it. And I imagine the devs will nerf it because they want to encourage people to make potions. Now, we're overweight again, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is just come right here. And we're going to drop 48 kilograms of stones. Boom. It's not going to take long for us to get overweight again. All right? Because we're nearing our capacity. But now we're at the halfway point of the trip. Okay? There we're overweight. We can be a little overweight. Okay? If you're familiar with the North Cave on the Valley map, it and Piastovia Cave are the same layout. Oh, look. I might have done this before. Now, we're still slightly overweight. We're going to go ahead and bust out of here. We're going to run out, and this is why I encourage you to build a resource storage building right outside of a cave. All right, one, it will wipe out any spawn points, except you may get a random wolf spawn or bear spawn, maybe. But two, it will allow you to do what we're doing right here. Dump that. Dump this. Back to work. A potion of stamina is not bad to do here either, or whatever works your stamina up. And there's some skill buffs that do that too. All right, so now we're going to go this way because we're past halfway. We got the crossed flags. We're past the halfway point in the race. All right, so this is where we were. All right, so we go up here and right there. Now, the one better thing that you can take than a plum tart is a plum wine. Plum tart is plus 110 damage. A plum wine is plus 160. It would take one crack. Do I have a plum? Do I have one on me? I do not, and that's okay. If I were to take the plum wine now, that would be a waste because we're on the buff of the plum tart. However, if you have a plum wine and a plum tart, make sure you take just the wine. You don't want to stack two buffs because the most recent, there's a recency bias. Whatever you consume most recently is the one that will be active. So you could take a potion of strength and a plum wine. The plum wine is going to override it. But if you take the plum wine and then take a potion of strength, you're screwed because you're going to lose the benefit of the plum wine. And this is where if you keep just 6 henbane in your pocket, we're going to run out with these stones because we're going to need, we just want a few more. Not that we need them. We have thousands of stone just laying around here. I mean, look at this pile right here. But if you take the plum wine before you take something else, you're going to lose the benefit of the plum wine. Because a potion of strength is just 10%, I think. Whoops, we got a wooden vial too. Get that in there. Okay. Now, you will have enough time. You have 20 minutes of real time to get this work done. Okay? So we're going to jog back in here. I think we're actually done to this point. Yep, we're good. All right, so we're now on the outbound track. Nothing there, nothing there. It's right here. But if you take a plum wine with plus 160 strength, 1 crack with an iron pickaxe will break a rock. 1 crack with the iron axe will fell a tree. Oh. Done. Okay. So now we're going to grab our stuffs. Oh, somebody's out of something, or we forgot to switch something in a job. Let's dump off. So we just picked up 54 more stone. Now, gathering in the cave is a smart way to get your stone early game. If you want to build stone houses, you're going to need 10 stones for the foundation if you're building on flat ground, right? And this is a simple small house because there's no reason to build the bigger houses. You don't want a baby race. You don't want tons of babies coming in. There's no happiness benefit to the bigger houses, okay? If you build a house with 3 windows, which I like to do, it will take about 66 stone for the walls and the gables. The gables are the triangle section that supports the roof up above the walls, okay? If you don't know home terminology. So if you want to build with stone, this is the way to get your stone. Plus you get copper and ore at the same time. You see what I'm saying? It's literally 3 birds, 1 stone. I mean, you're like ping, pang, boom, and Huey, Louie, and Dewey just dropped from the sky because you're getting copper, ore, tin, ore, and stone. Right? We tracking? Okay. So we got all that. So now we're going to grab all our shizzle because I don't want to be out. All right, we're going to put this away. We're not even going to freaking bother. Let's check our issue here. Oh, yeah, we took someone out of the excavation shed. All right, so here we go. See how we got like 5 jobs here? Make your life easier. Remove assignment. Done. Edit assignment. Clay. Escape. Accept. Back in the list. Done. That's quicker. So we're going to go, hey, Ambry, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to the channel. How is life for you, my dear? So we are going to, we have foxes here and we don't have any weapons equipped. I don't want them coming after. Hey, you're going the wrong. Foxy, stay the hell out of my way. Thank you. If you charge a skittish animal, and sometimes you can just stumble upon them because they're in a bush and you're just trucking along and like, oh God, there was a fox there. Next thing you know, it's attacking you. So you need to be prepared for that. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to, wait, what? There can be a special NPC in that spot right there. Okay.
How can I help you?
I need a ride to Skunky. Now, if you want to do the trick here in Skunky, you build your resource storage building up that hill. We did this in the very first season. You build it like, this is real still rocky right here. That's the gray stuff. You build it like right here. There's some spruce trees around here to help support building, and just build a tier 1. Okay. Once you get the tier 1 built, you can upgrade it to tier 2 or tier 3 to expand your storage capacity without having to keep building them. Right. And then if you're new, this is Skalky is a mining town. This is the mine entrance. It's a cave. There's a mine. You can gather iron ore from day 1. The only thing you can do is once you have a smithy is you can smelt it into bars or you can sell it. At least smelt it in the bars and then go sell it. All right. But now, because reasons, once you have Smithy 2, you can actually make stuff with iron. You just can't, and this is good stuff to sell. You can make iron weapons, iron shield. This is a good thing to sell. Iron helmet, iron greaves. These are the best things to make. Okay? Your return on investment is going to be best. 1,190 coins for 6 iron bars and 2 leather. The helmet's close, but it's 1,170. And it's 1 leather. Who cares? 1 leather? Pfft, whatever. Okay? But you can also make you an iron sword, which is really good weapon. The battle axe is 5 points more of damage. Okay? So make the battle axes. If you want to sell them, you can make the swords. But again, 410. You know what? The math may work out here. Yeah, actually, you can make 3 iron swords. So 410 coins. This is market value. This is not what you're ever going to get for it. Understand, if you go to buy one, this is what it will cost you if you have 0 diplomacy in the diplomacy skill. 0 barter, excuse me, in the diplomacy skill. All right? This is the market value, which is what it will cost you in the market with no points in barter. To sell one, you would get 205 coins because you get 50% of market value when you sell. Then when you get a point in barter, it goes up 10%, then 20%, then 30%. At which point, then you would be getting about 300 coins. Okay? So, from a straight standpoint of market value, that's our apples to apples comparison here. 410 for 2 iron bars is better than this. 410 times 3 is 1,230. You're making 40 more coins. Just a thought. If you're not worried about, because when you, again, you drop that down to the regular price, the price you're going to get for it, that's only going to be 20 more coins. That's a pottage. And pottage is a lot easier to make. Okay? But we went on about this the other day. I'm not going to get into it again, of how this all needs to be changed. This deal with the smithy and wooden and bronze and copper and whatever. The key is in Smithy 1, just start making bronze greaves. I wonder if bronze swords work the same way. 290. 290 times 3 is 870? It is. So yeah, you could make 3 bronze swords or make 1 bronze greaves. You'll make a little more money off the swords. Whoa. Nope. Yep, nope, that works. That maths. Okay? So anyway, that's where you want to build that. Oh, shoot. It's kind of dumb that I picked all this stuff up. But I'm not planning... Well, I could have put it in the trunk. That would have been the smart play, but I wasn't smart. Don't bounce. Shoo! Okay. Those crossbows will bounce, and I had one bounce like way over there at one point. It's kind of dumb. That's dumb. Okay. Drop one thing at a time is a much smarter idea than trying to drop a bunch of stuff at a time. There should be a torch. Torchy's taco. Okay, good. And we can make iron bolts. So now we're working with our strength buff and our weight buff. So we're going to go in here and do our usual clearing job. Excuse me, pardon me. We got stones dropped everywhere. So we're going to come back this way, to the right, stay to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Now we're going to go this way. So now, if you remember on the map, there's that second cave entrance to the area. That's where it comes through to, right here. That's this right here. See this? Boop, boop. If we went in there, it would take us to the left and would take us down this little slope to right where we're standing. That's it. This is where you start. And I don't want to fap around here. We'll come back and get, well, we'll do 10. Priority is iron, okay? If you can get iron, your priority is iron. All right? Copper is easy to get anywhere, all right? Iron you can only get here until you have a mine set up, right? So we're going to come through and collect iron first, and then with the load capacity we have left. All right, so now coming through this area here, I think we're all set as far as iron goes. So then if we carry around this way, look around to the right. Does that make sense? You get your high value stuff first until you're loaded out. And then you come back and get 10. Because why 10, A-Train? Why not copper? Because copper and tin makes bronze. What's more valuable, copper or bronze? Bronze is, that's correct. So you get more copper from a deposit than you do tin. So if I break this copper deposit, watch. Upper left, 4 copper ore and 8 stones. I bet we get 3 tin. Oh, we got 4 tin and 5 stones. That actually worked out pretty good. All right. Typically, you will get more copper in a deposit than you do tin. It's usually 3 to 2. So if you clear the Piastovia cave, you may come out with a total of 90 copper and 60 tin, for example. That's not the numbers, but that's an example. You're going to get 66% of tin to copper. Okay, so 3 to 2. All right. So when you're clearing this cave, or you're clearing a cave with a mine, now of course on the valley there's no mines already in existence. Get tin, and that way it will help balance out, so you can make lots of bronze, and then work with the bronze. That's salt, that's tin, that's salt, that's copper, that's tin. We'll take that. There's tin. We'll take this. Here's iron. We'll take that. Your total iron take from Skalky Cave is going to be about 30 until you put points in. Is it one with the earth? No. No. Careful, miner. Then you'll get about 40. Okay. And we'll look here in a second. So the key is make a pass, and you've got time with 20 minutes of real time. Now the stamina buff is wearing off, but we have the weight buff and the strength buff still cooking, right? Lots of time there. Hell with you. Come here. All right, we're over to the exit here. So we'll go ahead and dump the stones we've got. We want to just make sure we're coming out of here, close to, if not just a little over max weight. We still have to pick up all our gear and take with us. This is iron here. That's copper. Pretty sure we've gotten everything back through here. Yep. Salt, salt, salt. Copper, tin, that's copper. This is iron. That's tin. That's salt. And that's it. Okay, cool. So we've cleared all the iron. We got 42. Life, the universe, and everything, right? Ultimate answer and ultimate question. That deal. So we got 42 iron clearing the cave, which means we got 21 iron bars worth of iron from clearing one cave. And that's with maxed out careful miner. Right? We got 42. All right. So now with that all said, I'm actually just, because we got 75,000 coins and nothing to spend them on.
Hello there.
Do not accidentally click the top thing. All right. What do you got iron? D, you do not. Okay, no worries.
Can I have a good day?
Nope, you can't, because you suck. You do not have the droids I'm looking for. I think I already checked over here, and I think we already recruited somebody this season. Boop, 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 boop. Gimme, 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 gimme. Okay, now we're overweight, but barely. He'll charge us a little extra, but we don't care. Put that there, put that there, put that there, that there, that there, that there. Actually, we can get underweight if we just do this. As long as you're not overweight. And if you have a buff on and you're still if you have a buff on and your buff is 100 kilograms, you still won't get charged extra taking Uber as long as you're under that buff weight. Oh, shoot. All right, he's here.
The taxes here are incredibly high.
All right, let's go. Yeah, here you are.
How are you?
Give me 7.
Can I take care? But usually, the best ones live the shortest.
Now, there's some stuff on the quest board. Sky Rats, 9. I don't want to waste the last day of the season. Don't take the... Now, if you have 21 planks and you're this close to storage, go get them. That's 200 Dynasty rep. That's actually a pretty good amount, but we want our planks, so screw Darwin. Murder of crows, hunt 5 crows, 100. 5 crows wouldn't be that hard. 6 foxes is a different story. Okay? If you're going to hunt crows, now crows would actually be right here in front of us. They're buzzing around up there somewhere. But you can also find them caught up in the edges of buildings. So that's kind of, well, sometimes crows, sometimes pigeons. There's a pigeon taking off right there. Just don't take on the quest at the end of the season if you can't fulfill it. Okay. There's a crow right. There's 2 crows right there. 3 crows. All right. We'd only get 1 per shot. We'd have to wait till they cycled around and landed. And that's just a waste of time. All right. So here we are. Born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe and all that good stuff. Okay. So now we have 342 copper ore. We have 151 iron ore. And we have 400 stone. That's plenty. 312 tin ore. And we have 10 bars. Okay. So we got tons of stuff. All right. All good. Now, we would have time, if we wanted to, with the buffs on, to make it to the south cave, the one down there. And what does a mine take to build? That cave is right here. That's going to be the one we mine based on this location. So our people will just walk around and then they'll figure out how to get down there somehow. Because this is all sheer cliff until you get over here. So we want to actually build a mine there. And I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, anybody know what it takes to build a mine? I think it's logs and planks. Bookmarks. Let's see. Medieval Heralds and Kings. That's Neo-Seeker. That's not the wiki. Wiki. I do not see. All right. So let's just look up the Medieval Dynasty wiki. Oh, you know what? Fandom. Yeah, it would have come up. All right, buildings, extraction, mine. And what does it take? It takes 16 logs and 16 planks on version 1.5.04. I'm glad that version's mentioned there. I don't think it's changed. We're not going to fap around with it right now. 16 and 16. Okay, cool. We are going to head down that way, though, and get a couple of houses built, I think. All right, potion of stamina wore off pretty quick. Move, deer. I think we checked over there to see if there were any bad guys. We didn't see any. Memory serves. What time is it? All right, it's early afternoon, just afternoon. Little technical issue here. Oops. There's a little audio issue. So there's a little clay pits down here. This is where the wolf spawn is. And then you can get a bandit spawn down here too. But putting down this section of path cancels those out. Wizen's off to our right. Oh, there's our resource storage building. Okay. Now, I'm not going to build any bridges or anything until... See, here's this little section of path here. All right, so see the Wizened over there? See this section of path? Here's how this works. If we go here, boink, and we step on, and we plop it down even close on, we can even cheat to our side, okay? 77 meters. Now, if we built here, then that spawn would go away. Now, fortunately, there's not flooding in the game, so we don't have to deal with that. But now, there's resource storage, right? So what we can do here is, to make life easier on ourselves, we'll do a quick save. Okay? And then we will go to customize game. Oh, I didn't show you guys the other part of that. I'm sorry. The other part that just came out with 2.3.0.4 is the ability to turn off the item stacking. It's here at the bottom of user interface under settings. Okay. You can turn off the bandit health bars, the dynamic inventory avatar, all the new stuff that's been implemented can be turned off right here. Item stacking, don't like it. Doesn't serve a point as far as I'm concerned. Turn that off. So now we'll back up. We're going to customize game. We're going to turn remote storage access on. Accept changes. All right. Escape. Now, look in the bottom right. Do you see the building just pop up right at the base of my hammer? That means we're within range of that resource storage building. All right. Now, I think this is the hunting lodge. I'm going to move this over there. I feel like I just want houses in this area right here. All right. As long as we are within range, and once we're out of 50 meters, that thing at the bottom right will disappear. Watch. See how it just disappeared? See how it reappeared? You see down there at the bottom right, there's a little building icon. All right. Because that's a resource storage 1, the range is only 50 meters. All right. So we can do this. See? Cool. All right. Now we got, shoot, I screwed up, didn't I? I did. All right. There's a new smart way to do this. Okay. Watch here. The foundation's a given. Boom. Now, framing is here. Oh, where's the build option? Did I miss a memo? Did I turn something off? That's on. Let's see if this is tied into it. Okay. I'm actually going to... Nope, I'm not. I'm going to go here. Simple small... Oh, wait a minute. I know what the problem is. I already laid out the foundations. That's the issue. Okay. So the new thing... So we can go turn that back off. I figured it out. Okay. Turn item stacking off. That's not the issue. The issue is I already built the foundation. Okay. So if we do this... Okay. And then we relay the foundation, it's going to ask us what kind of building we want to build. See? So you can do wattle house, simple small log house, or stone house. We're going to do the log house. Okay? I haven't built paths through here, so. Okay? So now, when we go to build this, it's going to automatically know what we want. See, logs? That makes life a lot easier. And this is, so it's a tier system like we've talked about. They latched onto our tier system. Tier 2 is logs and a wooden roof. And this is a lot quicker to build now because you don't have to go through and select everything individually. Okay? Now, poop. If I want to change something, I got to do it myself. Okay, and there's a house. Boom, done. Now, because we are in range of the resource storage building, we want to insulate. Boom. We don't have to go grab all the crap. So that's the benefit, all right? It's a little less realistic, but there's the benefit to it. Now, so now the house is insulated. Let's look at this. Nope, they still haven't fixed it. That's a pisser. Come on, devs. Seriously, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get the floor built here. We'll do... this is dumb. That needs to be fixed too. Goats do not have fur. Boar do not have fur. Right? They're leather. So this should be a leather rug. Wolves, badgers, sheep, bears should be, I mean, this is wool. That's going to be, that, and that are going to be fur rugs. You know what I'm saying? And this counts as 4 decorations on your home. Oh, shoot. Okay. I kind of... all right. Let's not get too crazy here. I had a plan here, and now I've already forgotten the plan. All right. So what we're going to do here is... going to build a wattle and thatch wattle house. I want to test the housing happiness again. Now, see here, it's saying we're out of range. But here, look, here, we're in range. Okay, so that one's going to be a pain in the ass. So let's do this one. And we'll just do wattle and thatch. We're going to be rotating a new villager through these, through this house. We're going to do one of each different tier. Just to reconfirm. Okay, there, the house is complete. Okay. basic. That's it. Bare bones. This one here, since we can't get to that one there, we'll go ahead and do this one. And it's set up as wattle. I don't want to waste the logs by tearing it down, so we'll actually go ahead and upgrade. We're going to do this one out of stone. I do 3 windows in all my houses. Yeah, stone, stone. Nope. There we go. And then we're going to upgrade the roof to the wooden tile. Make sure your gables are good. Okay. Wooden tile takes double the wood planks. All right. So we have a chart we've done this with, right? But now we're wanting to reconfirm everything. Housing is the biggest effect on your village or happiness. Boom, done. All right, so now we've got basically 3 basic tier houses. All right. We could remove the insulation from this one. We're not going to bother. All right. Now, if we were to try to get everything up. I'm going to try to stay within range of, okay, the door's there. We're really, yep, see, we just lost our connection, as it were. Oops. That's done. That's done. That's done. Okay, we're good. We're so close. Damn it, we're that close. Wait, oh. We're literally at the limit of being able to see. Yeah. If we made that storage 2. Megan, howdy, howdy. Welcome aboard. How are you today? If we made that storage 2, it would extend the range to 100 meters, but that would cost us like 60 logs. And I don't want to mess with that. So what do we need? First off, we need to change this to that. So we need 8 logs, 9 logs, and 6 planks. All right. 9 logs, 6 planks. Now get us done. So we're going to get all right, 9 logs, 6 planks, and jump. Keep our feet dry. All right, there we go. Hooray. So now we got some houses built over at the new site, right? So this is going to be our test corner over here. So my plan is this. We're going to bring in an NPC, and they'll have a 1 in something, a 2 in something, and then, of course, a 3 in something. We're going to assign them to this house. We're not going to assign them to a job. We're going to wait for their happiness to adjust and see where it stops. Make a note. So that's your baseline happiness with no job. Then we're going to put them into a job that's a level, they're a level 1 with. every level you go up or down is +2 or -2 of villager happiness. So if you put them in a job they're a 1 in and then move them to a job, or they go up to a skill level 2, it's +2. So you put them in a job that they're a 3 in, their happiness is X. And if you move them into something they're a 1 because you can only get the 1 off their resume, it's X -4. Oh my God, we're doing algebra. What? Yeah. All right. So now you've seen how the remote storage works. All right. And I think, like I said, I think we're going to take this hunting lodge out of here and move it over here. But there's that deer spawn. That deer spawn's right up the hill there. Okay. And we look on the map. We zoom in. Double click. 77 meters. All right. We are right outside that 75-meter limit. Keep it clear. Crystal clear. All right. I actually thought about putting the hunting lodge here initially, I think. Yeah, actually works right there. Let's just put that there. And then we'll take this one out. And then we'll look at, that's not it. Simple wood houses. I kind of want to keep this clear for a minute because what we're going to do, and this is, I don't know how well this is going to work. If it's stupid, but it works, it's not stupid, right? How does the AI figure out pathing? Because if you build paths and they'll use the paths, but if you build bridges, they're not using the bridges, right? They'll just walk the hell across the water, right? Like they were Jesus incarnate. So what I'm thinking, in theory, is we wait to build the bridges until we see the way the villagers walk. And then build the paths and the bridges where the villagers walk. Huh? Huh? Like apples? How about them apples? That sounds like a plan. All right. Now, that said, we're going to turn into a pumpkin if we don't make it home by midnight. So let's go ahead and whip this out. And let's head back to the house. Because, I mean, we're going to appear there anyway. Sploosh. I mean, so realistically, I could have kept just fapping around down there or something. I could have gone found. It's all, see how there's a few spruce trees, but it's a lot of stupid birch trees around here. So this is why I say establish your village somewhere else. Of course, if we build a woodcutter shed, it's not going to matter, right? Like I said, if we build a woodcutter shed, it's not going to matter, right? So if we build a woodcutter shed, remember, it doesn't matter on the map where storage is to your NPCs. It only matters that it's there. Right? Everybody tracking what you picking up what I'm laying down here? Okay, so here's the slopes I was talking about. That's where we're going to build the fields. So we're going to have one more season for fields before we do all the transferring all the farmers over here. Farmers will probably be transferred by end of summer next year. All right, so here's this. Now, in theory, we can make a nice little straight path along here and shoot right up and connect right there with a bridge. Now, I think if you build fences, your people, right, they use telekinesis. If you build fences, I think you can steer them in that direction, but I'm not for certain because I'm hearing that people will actually just walk through fences. So what I want to look at doing here is resource storage, right? is we want to build our production buildings right here. So Smithy 3 can go right here, right? I don't know what direction we're facing here. Let's face that way. Oh, we're facing north. Okay, very good. That works out. Okay. And then I don't think we can get both of them in here, so let's go production sewing hut 2. The hell obstacles blocking the building site? God's sake. Okay, that's actually pretty close then. We're good. And then over here we'll do workshop. That's kitchen. We don't do the kitchen yet. Okay, so let's kind of plot those there. The question is, where do we put, and maybe we just put it right here, where do we put the woodcutter's shed? So if we wind up doing a path across here, it fits right here, doesn't it? Sure is shooting like Vladimir Putin. Let's just put that right there. All right, now we still have the storage thing on, but this is pretty straightforward. Boom. Now we can assign someone over here as a woodcutter, and we can put them in the house over here. So then we start the moving process. You see what I'm saying? We may move that house or something if we wind up doing whatever. I don't want to build a whole lot more because I don't want to waste the logs yet. Now, food would be what if we put another woodcutter shed here? That's a wood shed 1. Now, if we did a kitchen here, and then we did food storage right next to the kitchen because that's a smart play. That'll do. All right, cool. They might be ghosts or Jedi, one or the other, right? All right, so yeah, so now we got kind of our production area here. And you know what? I'm actually not happy about this. If we do anything here, I will move this stuff back. Where are we time-wise? If we do anything here, I think we will move it back so we have a double row, double wide pathway. So let's do double wide path. Yeah, this should work. We go through here. Yeah. I like it. I haven't done this before, I don't think. All right, so let's lay in a second path. All right, we're about to run out of time here. Okay, so we start here-ish.